this is too important, and so we need to unite. And I'm seeing it happening around me all the time. I've got lots of friends, show off. I've got some friends that have taken 2 jabs so that they could go on holiday. And obviously then they didn't get to go on holiday. And now, because they don't want the booster, they're at the same level as me. And I try not to laugh. It is hard not to laugh, to be fair. They said you needed 2, you complied. They said you needed a 3rd, you complied. And now the moronic variant has put you straight back to the start again. Do not pass go, do not collect your free burger and fries. But this is now a great opportunity for us to come together and build unity between people who've had it. Because they're slowly waking up. They're going, do you know what, I complied, I went along with it, the carrot and the stick. And I also get emails daily from doctors, nurses, police officers, teachers, funeral directors, who want to speak out and they tell me what's going on and what they're seeing, but they're too terrified to lose their job, which I get. Do you know what I mean? They've got kids to feed, they've got mortgages to pay. But in April, 100,000 approximately NHS staff are going to get sacked. And with one sweep of the pen, the government is unleashing tens of thousands of whistleblowers back into the community. The government is building an army that will in the end lead to its downfall. It's building an army of people with nothing left to lose. And I don't know about you, but if I had to step in the ring against anyone, the one person I wouldn't want to fight is the one who's got nothing left to lose. And so this is a great opportunity for us to join forces and stand together. Because as I say, if we don't stand together now, our kids and our grandkids will never really know what freedom was, because it will be gone. So it's vital that we stand together now. But more importantly, we're going to win this. I've never had a single doubt in my mind that we're going to win this. We just need to stand together and stand firm, and we just need to be immovable. There's no word more powerful than the word no right now. If our stance is, I'm not going to comply, but if they make it difficult, then you may as well comply now, because they're going to turn the screw and they're going to make it dark. It's going to be a dark, dark winter. But it's always darkest before the dawn. And there's different people, different levels of people on the ladder of awakening. And I think it's really important for us to accept these people and help these people. Because if you've been on some kind of awakening journey, or you've seen this from the beginning, you're right up there on the ladder. So you can see everything. Kind of like me, I suppose I can see all of you. Like that. But there's people that are a few rungs down. They've not quite got there yet. So they can't see everything. So instead of mocking those people, talk to those people, help those people, and bring them up and help them see. And for me, a real interesting part of that, I've been to lots of protests obviously over the last couple of years, and something that I see occasionally, and I'm probably gutted by it, is when people are marching down the street and they see someone in a mask and they shout at them, take your mask off. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. And also, who are you to tell them what to do when you don't want to be told what to do? I think that's really important, not to shout at people. But to embrace these people, bring them in. Because people are seeing it now. Like, I get messages all the time from old football mates going, this is weird, isn't it? There's another one dead. It's like, yeah, it is weird, isn't it? It is weird. But they're waking up. And so if we can join forces, we can stand firm. We are going to win this. And I know I keep saying that we're going to win this, but I think we need to keep that in the forefront of our minds. Even when we feel that all hope is everything will be alright in the end. And if it's not alright, it's not yet the end. Thank you very much.
Hello, y'all!
Oh, I think we're empowered now. Right, so, as everybody knows, our friend here, Anna, the Bussier, yeah, so, and then, we've got some vets, obviously we've got a lot of vets, we've got a few vets that's going to speak, and then Anna's going to speak, so listen in guys, so who's going to speak? AJ's coming on. Hello York! You beautiful guys, this is fantastic. I drove up here with a few of the guys in front of me, all the way from South Coast this morning. Make a difference. And you don't have to join the military to make a difference. I was fortunate enough to serve with some of the most amazing brothers and sisters that you can imagine. Serve with fantastic people like you see stood in front of me right now, and we were sent to places around the world to make a difference, to stand up for other people's freedoms. Now it's unfortunate that our very own government that sent us to these places are trying their best to take these freedoms away. Very, very unfortunate to see. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. My grandfather, who was my best friend, was the second man to land on Juno Beach on the 6th of June 1944, 8:10 in the morning. Corporal Bob Roberts, fighting through France, fighting through Holland and Belgium on the way through to Germany. And he would always say to his men, "Gentlemen, when you grow old, you will tell your grandchildren what you did here in the face of tyranny. When you grow old, you will tell your grandchildren what lives you saved, what difference you made, and how you stood up to evil, how you stood up to tyranny, and you said no.
Sherry's back in the loop.
We will not surrender."
So I know what's going on there, but hope to see you sometime.
And I stand here before you today, shoulder to shoulder with every single one of you, as do the fine gentlemen as we're going to stand in front of me here. We stand shoulder to shoulder in solidarity as we say, no, we will not surrender.
Are you still up in the north? Yeah, I really
now please, I ask you, connect with every single person that's here. Connection is so important. We win this in numbers, ladies and gentlemen. And in numbers. Right guys, the next set to speak is our friend Steve. Hi everyone. Well, this is my second first this week. AJ very kindly invited me onto his podcast. Good? Yeah. Okay. Right.
The speaker's just around the corner and there's more of a car around the corner, but I'm not getting connection around there.
Like I said,
I've managed to find a spot that isn't buffering
I
now.
never thought I'd be stood here 2 years down the line speaking to... Hello? Alright, amateur. So if you go back and the CEO of CDN News resigned and the CEO of Walmart resigned.
these are events, since I've done the podcast, that you can add to the thread. And you clearly see that we are in a war and we are going to win this. Now, I've probably walked with most of you here through London since early last year. I was there in in September last year, being fronted by the TSG. Probably some of you here were there. Now I saw,
Facebook as well.
because of our training and Northern Ireland training and riot training, that was a complete setup. There were crisis actors there and there were agitators there. That concerned me, because I knew there was something on the ground, and it was a direct attack on us, we the people. Now,
next week, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm thinking of going to that.
the reason I've been active is because I have 6 children. I've got 4 children in their 20s and 2 under 10. Now, the one thing I'd like to actually discuss is the service of notices to the schools. I think it's very important. We've supported this for the 12 to 15-year-olds. I just found out this morning that the director of the immunisation team is actually resigned. And is obviously going to be replaced. Now, I do have a message that I want to put out, and it's mainly to the military, the police, and the medical services. Now, the reason for doing this, we all pay for your services. Every single one of us. Now, since AJ kindly invited me on his podcast and is currently coaching me how to publicly speak, I am, yeah. So the point I want to get across, and this is statistically based, I actually looked at a paper that Lee Merritt, a neurosurgeon, ex-US military, put out some statistics in September this year. Over a 30-year period, there were 317 cases of myocarditis within the US military. I'll say that again. 317 cases over a 30-year period. When that paper was written, that was in September, their rollout started in the January. So in 9 months within the US military, they had 1,113 cases of myocarditis. Now, my message is to the police, to the army, to the medical professionals that should be able to do the same research as we've all done over the last 2 years. Go back. If that is correct, bearing in mind 5 days ago, the government uplifted a new, a new paper onto the government website, stating a new adverse reaction to the rollout of the jabs, and that is myocarditis. So please, I'm urging every NCO, middle rank, high rank, please, you have a care of duty to your staff, to all of us, to do the right thing. And the only right thing to do is stop the rollout of the vaccines. So I'll finish off there and I'll hand you to Craig.
Thank you. Hello, York. I just want to thank Anna for volunteering me to stand up here, another first. But I have a confession to make. It was me that volunteered Steve, because I was too cheeky to do it first. When she asked me, the first thing that ran through my, well actually I'm not going to tell you the first thing that ran through my mind, to be honest. The second thing that ran through my mind was, what am I going to talk about? And that first thing was money, finance and banking. And then I spoke to the guys and they went, no, not really. But I do want to tell you just one thing very quickly. We've worked out what the banks are doing. And the banks, if you've got a mortgage or financing anything, they're lending you your own money. Alright? And I can talk about that another time. So, I then sat there after the guys had gone, nah, I don't want to talk about that. And went, what do I want to talk about? And then, in great style, our government, who never stops giving, I saw that little clip from Javid, and he went, right, every 3 months, everyone's going to get a jab. Exactly. And I just thought to myself, right, that's probably just given us about another 500,000 people that are going to stand on our side of the fence. Away from the speaker. So, my message is fairly short, and it really mimics what Gareth said a little while ago, and the other guys as well. We're going to have a lot of jabbed people that are no longer going to take any more. Because the first one works, right?
The second one killed them.
Exactly. So we need to bear in mind that the numbers that we need, or that will help us win this, we need to be all-inclusive. And that does include helping the people that have been jabbed and no longer want to take it. Ah yeah, so I've been just reminded. I've got to plug the website. So, us veterans, what we're trying to do is we've got different veteran groups around the country that are independent of each other, and we've got a few that are, shall we say, stagnating under certain leadership. We'd like to, leadership's probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean. We'd like to pull them all together. So a few of us have set up a website which is veteransforpurpose.org. Sorry, I got it wrong. That's the pressure of being up here. Sorry. Veteranswithpurpose.org.uk. So please come and join us. Alright? People like Steve that are actually active. Veteranswithpurpose.org.uk. Alright? So people like Steve that are quite active in getting stuff done, stopping the rollout of jabs in certain areas, are part of it. So come on board. I think Anna's next. Oh, I'm just going to introduce Mikey.
Hello everybody, my name's Mikey P. No, you've got my straw. So, I like to try and get a different message across than a lot of people do, and everyone speaking always gives an amazing message. I like to try and just not teach us in the right way. I don't like to tell people what you should do in any format, because whether you're telling someone you should do that in a good way or a bad way, you're on the attack. What I've learned in my lesson is to turn my finger around and point that finger at myself. 18 months ago, I was alcohol dependent, and I wanted to be dead. I wanted to kill myself, and I feel I'm here for a reason. I had to lose everything to wake up, and I landed on my spiritual path with a face plant, and then dived down that rabbit hole with no safety equipment. The reason I tell that story is quite simple. I've learned a lot of things from my lesson. If you draw, get a piece of chalk and draw a circle around yourself.
Of course it says this word, uprising, not protest. This is a fucking protest.
Everything. There's not really a great deal outside that circle that is in our control, or we can do. We can certainly influence people. So
I don't get my opinion made, keep on biased.
I
don't get my opinion
I've got
made.
plenty of opinions.
And what
So
they
they don't
need
fit
to do
though.
is work on themselves and improve themselves.
I'd just be happy if
One of the
I
most
get a decent
valuable lessons I
connection.
learned is rather than doing that, is become the best version
Signal
of me.
shit in this
And then when people see how happy you are, they ask why. And you tell them, pull up a sandbag and follow my steps. And they ask you to do that. So to bring that to current times,
Instead of a spike.
if you think about all these people running round with needles sticking out of the orifice, itching to get the next jab, all muzzled up to save the world. And they're miserable as shit. You can watch them going round and they're just dead in their eyes, they're just miserable. And then you look at all you beautiful souls and you walk around and you're happy, you've got a bounce in your step. Now, I don't know about you, but I enjoy towards the happy people, the glowing people. And I'll talk to anybody that listens anyway. But I prefer to talk to the smiley happy people. So as time goes by and they become more and more miserable, as all their families and everyone else starts dropping dead around them, which is unfortunately what's going to happen, and they're going to be looking at us. We're not muscled, we're in the parks playing, we're conversing with our friends, we're having a good time. And they're going to want a piece of that at some point. Now, this is where the next little thing I want to bang on about is the window of tolerance. Because we all suffer frustration. We look at these muddled up sheep and we call them names, we call them idiots, and we can feel ourselves quite aggressive towards these people. It's the wrong thing to do,
Or 4-6,
in my
then what it
opinion.
is.
Because if you think about it, when it comes to fighting, if you get in a boxing ring,
It comes in
one
waves,
person's
doesn't
throwing
it?
punches
You'll get it for a
and
few
the other one's
seconds and it'll
defending.
go again.
As soon as that one throwing punches stops, the other one starts throwing punches, and the initial person throwing punches is the one that starts defending. So it's no point getting in arguments with these people. You can't fight fire with fire, the fire gets bigger, and you can't fight hate with hate, the hate gets bigger. The best thing you can do is love thy neighbour. I think it's even in the Bible somewhere. Even when you get these people growling at you, calling you pimple hat wearers, hanging actors, and all these other wonderful terminologies we get tagged with, don't react to it. If you get angry at them, that's your fault. If you get happy, that's your fault. Whatever things you're going through, that is your fault. We're in an era of awakening, and one of those things, one of those responsibilities we have to do is put up our big boy pants, put on our big girl knickers, and stand in our sovereign and take responsibility. And part of that responsibility is saying no and not reacting to
I bet this guy's been telling people what my name
our
for the
way.
last 12 months.
Give them love back. Before they hate.
When's the time that you stop the fucking talking and actually do it?
One of the other big lessons I've learned is reframing the situation. Now, we can walk through these times hating where we're at, or we can reframe it and realise we're in one of the best times in history to be alive. This is going to be one big page in the history books because it's the people that win the wars that write the history books. So guess what? We are going to be writing history books and we are going to win this. And we're going to win this with a big one of tolerance and a big one of love.
I don't know if this guy's getting arrested or not.
Every single one of you got hope.
I don't want to risk moving in case I lose my connection.
Now, it took a lot of people to tell me a lot of times that I lack self-compassion. But then I realised every time I made a mistake, I called myself horrible names. And after enough people told me I've got no self-compassion, I looked into it. And I didn't have self-compassion. So I've done a bit of work on that. And what I've realised on my journey is, it's not just about giving the love out. The more you love yourself internally, if you can find inner peace and pure inner love to yourself, everything that you reflect from that, everything that you give back out is love. And then when you're giving out love, guess what? You get it back tenfold. So really the key to this is hope. I think everyone turn around and give the person to your left a big hug. Come on man, share that love. And you please, so give each other a hug. Yeah, that's what's going to win this. Last but not least, right, I'm leaving now. I'm going to hang up the line and get a big hug. I'll put it again, I've got station. Let's stay David. So lastly, I want to find you. Keep connecting with your people, keep sharing the love. Bring the spiritual skills that hold the black pocket and to smile at their shitty faces and their horrid parents. Do your hair, Pepsi! So just get your pens out on your recorders. Veterans with Purpose. Get involved in that, and also forourkids.org.uk. These are two amazing charities that are here for the greater good. If nothing else, everyone start connecting with them, connecting all your network, keep spreading that love, keep spreading the truth, and together we are one.
Prince Andrew, sweaty fucking nonce, should be tried, tested and hauled for what he's done. Queen protects him. Fuck the Queen, by the way. The kids, you come and get me out of my house anyway. Fuck you all, Boris, genocidal fucking prick. All of you all need hanging. Every single fucking one of you need getting off. All of you need fucking off.
Thanks, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Anything else?
That's me.
Yeah, man.
It's beautiful here, it's horrendous on the other side, over the dogs, rejoice everybody, blue side, well done you all!
You alright, man?
Right, guys. It is my honor, my privilege, my pleasure to introduce to you Anna Kapusare.
Please let me know how the connection is. Put a thumbs up in the comments if you got a connection.
Before I launch into that,
It is another.
I'd just like to let you know a bit more about me, because when people are talking about me on social media, I realise there are certain things that I haven't explained to people about why I'm standing up here. My father, aged 18, was sent to Berlin at the end of the war.
say, no, it's not. Ah, we're going this way, Catherine.
Have you got found? Target? I'll make that. Double check that sounds cool.
Who are you filming for?
TKE Media.
TKE Media,
Yeah.
just as my friend.
Yeah. Do you know why you got taken?
He
or
was just, there was just a tussle and somebody fell over and they thought they'd take it, but he didn't because I was standing right there. The usual police bad arrest as usual. You don't want to pick someone out. It's my friend and he is the nicest person you could meet in the whole world. But they've been after it for a while. Yeah. What are you, TKA Media?
Yeah. It's on Facebook and YouTube.
I'll find you. Oh, that's why.
I think we might have to move. He'll be turning around here. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Let her know, message me if she wants the footage or anything.
In perpetuity. And that deal is sworn as an oath by the monarch to us, a three-part oath. The first part of the oath is that they will uphold our laws as consented upon in Parliament. So the laws that must be upheld in accordance with the coronation oath is our common law, our customs and usages, the acts of Parliament that have been consented to, and God's laws in accordance with the Old and New Testament. Obviously we now have the European and international law as well. The middle part is that judgment shall not be denied to any person and mercy will be overseen in all judgments.
Thank you, Yoshi and Tigger Dan.
The church has inviolable rights and
Did you catch the guy being arrested?
Now the monarch has to swear that oath to the people, and indeed has done so for around 2,000 years. Because that's the deal. The law maketh the king, not the king maketh the law. Right? The king is put there because we put them there. We are sovereign. These are our laws. This is our land. And incidentally, just a personal aside, I'm 74% English, 15% Scottish, 5% Irish, and 3% Welsh. And only 6% Northern German, European, whatever. But anyway, so this is my land, and I'm sure it's your land. And these are our laws. So question to you all, is the coronation oath being upheld? Who's responsible for that? Because I tell you what, Our Majesty, bless her, is a 95-year-old woman. She's delegated that responsibility to her crown agent. will make sure that all the agents will comply with the law. And that is also in the Magna Carta. In the general saving provisions at the back of it, you will see that the monarch orders all of his men to treat everybody the same and to uphold the law. About the Nuremberg trials that were brought by the lawyers at the end of the war. And they don't know the significance of them, and they seem to have forgotten them. And I promised my family I would never let people forget. So what happened at the end of the Second World War was that when people like my father went to release the prisoners of war, they found the most horrific atrocities that at that time had ever happened in the history of humanity. And in particular, what was happening was that
these are killing people.
Are we back? Is the connection back now? My side's saying there is. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat after this. Thank you, Tigadan.
So there's a queue outside McDonald's.
Oh, so I know who to look for.
What's that?
Who are you?
TKE Media.
TK Media. TK.
E Media. Like take without the A.
Yeah, TKE Media. You on Facebook or not, or is it just
Facebook and YouTube.
Telegram? YouTube.
Yeah, both of them.
TKE Media.
Everyone. GB, Tyrants, GB, Media Consumer, Natural.
GB. Have you started already?
Yeah, I've started it already. My phone might die in a second and my lead isn't working properly, but I have a backup phone, but I can only go live on YouTube and that. So if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you click the live YouTube link in the description. If this one goes down, I'll be back live there. Samsung's can't go live on Facebook for some reason, and YouTube at the same time. been epic.
Jesus, yeah.
I've been trying to get to speak, but they're not letting her.
Alright, usual.
I can't even understand what they're saying from here.
Like the thing he's taking.
No, it's live streaming stuff.
You read it, don't
Yeah, not the live stream, no, they're live and then edit afterwards as well. Feels like loads of people have left, got bored and left.
What time do you get in?
I've been here since 10 past 11.
Joe, that was a bit of a drive.
Crossed there, you see what that one.
It was hard to find the parking space.
He said, I don't think he is. I sure saw a live stream saying he was in Bristol this morning.
I think he's in Madison.
Oh, isn't it?
He's going to Manchester. What are you going there for?
There's nothing on in Manchester.
No. Instead of taking his wife to doctors.
Oh, right. I'm going to see if we can get any closer now, some of this crowd's move.
Make sure you get back into your dancing and marching, yeah? This sounds a little bit now.
We're getting ready to march now. If you're just joining on Facebook, please make sure you follow on YouTube as well. This phone might die, and the charger isn't working properly, so I will only be live on YouTube if this phone dies, because Samsung doesn't allow me to multi-stream. Unlucky, man.
do you know?
On the blue, you see no look. The thing, keep that